Hey guys, it's Joe. So it is 1 o'clock in the morning and I should definitely be sleeping, but I'm not. This is a little impromptu and you can probably see my puppy sleeping in the background. But I just wanted to say something while I was still thinking about it and still emotionally honest about it. I have been following the story of the Olympic gymnastics doctor, Dr. Larry Nassar, who abused over 150 young women during the course of his career as the Olympic doctor. He sexually abused, I believe the number is 155 women who have come forward, and he has been found guilty, and as part of his sentencing, anyone who was abused by him has been allowed to come forward and make a statement. And I've been following the story, and today, a father stood up in court and spoke to the judge and said, as part of this man's sentencing, I would like to request 5 minutes alone in a room with him. And she said, I can't say yes to that. And he said, okay, that's fine. I would just like one. And she repeated what she said. Obviously I can't allow that. And at that point, he made what many people would probably call an unwise decision and charged across the courtroom to try to physically hurt this man. His father had 3 daughters who were sexually abused by this doctor. And his reaction was to want actual justice, was to want to hurt this person who so hurt the people he desperately loves. And I haven't been able to get that video out of my head all day. He didn't have a thought for what was wise or prudent or appropriate in that moment. He did an extremely human thing and wanted to, I'm guessing, protect his daughters, though he couldn't, and was trying to do whatever he could in the moment to seek justice. He was obviously taken down in the courtroom. I'm really grateful that the judge is not pressing any charges against him. But the reason that video is stuck in my head is because I thought that was a beautiful picture of how someone should emotionally respond when we come forward and tell our stories of being sexually assaulted and abused and violated and stories of domestic violence and all of the horrible things that happen. The reaction should be extreme protection and anger at the people who have hurt us, and you should have to fight a disregard for the law and a disregard for everything that's appropriate to not want to basically kill the person who has hurt the people you love, right? But the reality is that when most people tell their stories, they are met with questions and disbelief and why didn't you leave and what did you do wrong? And that picture of a father rushing across a courtroom, obviously filled with police officers and what have you, and endangering himself because he was so unspeakably hurt by the unspeakable pain that was done to his daughters. That picture is what everyone should have in their lives when these things happen, but that's not how it works yet. I hear story after story after story of loss, of disbelief, of victim blaming, and it's been my story many times too. It's my puppy in the background. I've had people in my life who were incredible and who were protective and who I am grateful beyond words for, and who have had that kind of a reaction. And I've also had a lot of very, very, very bad reactions. But I know that so many people barely have any positive reactions at all. And everyone should have someone willing to charge across a courtroom. So many of you haven't had that, haven't had people who would stand up for you, who would stand by you when this kind of stuff happens. I want to be a part of changing that story. I want to be a part of educating people on how better to respond. But I know that we're a long way, and I know that there's only so much I or anyone can do, but we'll keep being drops in the bucket, and we will make the world a better place. But that picture today, that video that I saw of a father throwing everything else to the wind and just wanting so desperately to right this awful wrong that was done to his beautiful daughters, and knowing that that reaction is so few and far between, broke my heart, because I know so many people's stories. If that's your story, if you haven't had people who are willing to go to bat for you, I'm not talking about, commit crimes on your behalf like running across a courtroom, but I mean who are willing to be there and believe you and listen to you and fight for you. I am so sorry. I know that pain, and you shouldn't have to feel it. Please know that there are people who understand. There are people who get it. I am one of those people, one of very, very, very many. It's worth sticking around for. It's worth fighting for. And we will make this place a better place. And what you are experiencing and what you are feeling will not be forever. But I just wanted to say I'm really sorry if you have not had people in your corner. And that's really it. It's late, and I should probably go to bed. So I'm gonna hop on off of here and do that. And thank you for bearing with me in this probably rambling and emotional video. I should probably not talk at 1 a.m, but that's okay. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for your presence and your conversation and your openness and being willing to listen and hear me. Seriously, you rock. Ouch, I just hit my hand because it's late and I'm tired anyways. I will talk to you very soon. Thank you.